Hey there, kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta, and we are currently in the middle of the Halloween 13-day countdown. It was gone last year because I was on tour. However, this year, it's come back, and hopefully better than ever, because it's not really that special because I upload daily already. However, these are still some of the best stories that I have been able to do. And half the reason why I can be able to get stories such as these is thanks to a little company that happens to sponsor me every now and again. You all know them, and you all love them. I am talking about Raid Shadow Legends. Have you ever dreamed of fitting an amazing, truly AAA quality game right in your pocket? Something you can dive into and play anytime. Now you can with Raid Shadow Legends. 500 champions to collect, each with their own skill trees, and millions of artifacts to find and equip. No two champions will ever be the same. That makes for literally trillions of ways to build your teams, crazy depth, and endless strategies to figure out. What I like about the game is actually the character models, obviously. I'm going to open up a few of these little gems here, and they're going to end up in the tavern, where you can go through and see some of your characters, and I have a whole slew of them now. But I feed a lot of them over to my larger champions. Also, there's the dungeon bosses, which allow you to get different kinds of level up things, which is why you see I have the pink stars, because I've been fighting these on the side while I'm either working in VR or editing things for the channel. So what's new with Raid? Raid just released the Artifact Forge, where you can save time and craft artifacts directly, as well as a whole new advanced quest system with amazing rewards, and that's not all. They also brought out some amazing new champions, and they'll be developing the amazing looking Doom Tower as we speak, which I'm super excited about. So you can find me in-game under the name MrCreepyPasta, because somebody took my name, and if you're quick enough, you can even join my clan, the MrCreepyPasta Boys. Go to the video description, click on that special link, and if you're a new player, you will get 100,000 silver and one free champion, Jotun. He's an epic level champion. So click that link in the description down below. All the treasure you will find will be right here. You can find that in their little inbox. All these rewards will be available only for the next 30 days and will only be for new players. So good luck, and I'll see you in there. Witness a man in his late 20s, all alone in a 2-story house on All Hallows Eve. The trick-or-treaters have long since gone, and now it's time for him to relax with a mug of warm milk and watch a horror film. As he sits in a comfortable chair in his basement in front of a large flat screen, he feels a sense of security from the outside world. But there's one thing at this moment that he must be aware of. Me. My name is not important, and it certainly won't matter to my new friend. According to his ID, that I've just discovered, his name is Josh. I'm currently hiding in Josh's bedroom upstairs. What am I doing in this particular house? Well, just having some fun, of course. Call me the dark figure, for I dress completely in black. I'm just an average guy that you've probably seen on the bus headed to work in the big city. When I'm not busy with a 5 to 9 desk job or spending time with my girlfriend, I'm sneaking into other people's houses for fun and games. There are no rules for the games that I play. I just like to make them up as I go and be creative. I choose my playmates based on one specific thing: unlocked doors. Now, you'd be surprised how many people don't bother to lock their doors anymore. I've crept into many houses where the residents were busy watching a movie, just like this man, Josh. You've probably seen the look on their faces. Anyway, you think on a night like Halloween night that nobody would leave their front doors unlocked. What with all the crazies in costumes running wild? Luckily, Josh was thoughtful enough to do just that. And now, I'll have a happy Halloween. I brought along a toy for this occasion, my trusty pry bar that I stole years ago from my dad's garage. It's long, blunt, sharp. It's always kind of a pain to carry around, but it has a rusted, menacing look that freaks the shit out of people, which amuses me. Oh, I also have a small bottle of a very toxic green chemical that I stole from a friend who is majoring in chemistry. But to be honest, I have no idea what it does. But I'll know soon. Before my game starts, I think I'll help myself to some Halloween candy. See, I love Snickers bars, Reese's, but they bring me back to my childhood. The sound of the movie from downstairs is shaking the home. Then suddenly, it stops. Perhaps my boots on the floor made too much noise. I should retreat back into the dark bedroom. I mean, sure enough, Josh is making his way up the staircase right now, but he can't notice me if I remain in the shadows. He doesn't see me. I'm standing in the hallway right now, staring back at him. And he has no idea. Just going outside with a flashlight to investigate the noises I've been making. It's perfect. Time to get to work. I'll wait till Josh is outside, searching around. Then I creep past the open door and proceed down to the dark basement, which is illuminated by the TV screen. There's a black and white horror movie he has on pause. The DVD case says, "It's Maniac." How fitting. With no time to waste, I spot the mug of warm milk on a stand next to his comfy recliner. I put several drops of the chemical into the steaming liquid, and then I retreat into a spare downstairs bedroom at the end of a small hallway. And now I wait. And I listen. Getting excited, I hear the sound of Josh returning to his home and closing the door, followed by the sound of him descending the staircase. He sits back into his chair and unpauses the movie. Sound of maniacal laughter fills the room. All I can hear next to the film's dialogue, with the classical music playing. Just then, I hear Josh's body thud to the ground, followed by a dragging noise. The chemicals made him too weak to stand, and he's crawling in agony to the nearest bathroom to try to puke it up. But lucky for me, the nearest bathroom is right across from the room I'm in. He's getting closer now. Time to strike. I step out of the shadows, and Josh is still crawling on the floor. I raise my pry bar, then impale him right through the head. Blood squirts out and splashes on my black mask. I pull my weapon out of his skull, and I take it to the bathroom to wash the blood and the brain matter off of it. Should I have tortured him more first? Well, there'll always be another one. I take a seat in Josh's recliner, and I watch the rest of the movie before calling it a night, sneaking out the back door. I have to get up early tomorrow anyway for a meeting, but someday, soon, I, the dark figure, will return. So remember, if you hear a strange noise at your door late at night, just tell yourself it's the wind. That way I can play with you. Hey there, kids, and happy Halloween. It's me, MrCreepyPasta, and I wanted to tell you thank you so much for watching tonight's video, or listening to tonight's episode, this Oktoberfest, on the podcast. If you're not listening on the podcast, then you always can listen on the podcast at Spotify, or just about anywhere you find a podcast. And if you're not listening on YouTube, then you can find it on YouTube, or just about anywhere you find a YouTube. I just want to remind all of you that if you're on a cold autumn night and you need a warm drink, that my wife sells tea. There's tea available at etsy.com/shop/ivorymonocletea. All different kinds, including those themed off of creepypastas, horror icons, horror monsters, and Dungeons & Dragons. And if you order that creepypasta set with the Mr. Creepypasta's Dark and Stormy Night, the actual tea that I drink while recording these stories, well, probably about 60% of the time, then you can always ask for that MCP dabbing sticker instead of the classic channel icon sticker. And I get a kick out of it every time someone asks her to do that. Also, I wanted to say thank you, all of you who are supporting me on Patreon. It's patreon.com/MrCreepyPasta. If you ever want to help support the show, keep the lights on, feed my cats and the like, you can always head over to patreon.com/MrCreepyPasta, and you can support the show there. Even $1 is greatly appreciated. And I have a very special thank you to these guys, such as Jordan Alexander Sanchez, Mr. Thud, Ken Lando Higuchi, Chompski, Nico Kaeo, Tristain Pelton, Stephen VanHuss, Chance Burnett, Deanna Kraus, G. Weevil 3, TheRedOakShieldVirus, CoryxKenshin, Pothead Holmes, Rival 1, JimboTheHutt, Caspian, Jordan Nells, The Village Witch, Hades' Nephew, Jordan Wayne Deckard, Bradley Leipe, and Charron, AcidSystem, Mike Bullock, Fooly Cooly Dude, Prozac and Pancake Appreciation, Brian Arse, Cryptic Nightmares, Shadow Morningstar, Brianna Wright, Someone You Love, Said the King 56, Bad Honey, S-Man, Kiri the Sloth, Thomas Burgett, Liam Newman, Sky Harbor, Caleb Dougal, Last Blade Song, Rafael Rodriguez, The Ginger Bros, and Aaron Stormcrow. And another thank you to all you guys who are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for listening. And I hope you all have a wonderfully happy Halloween. Sweet dreams.